Knights playing as well as they are, you will not want to miss seeing their next home game in person. Baltimore comes to town for the first time to Metro Stadium. It's the next New York Knight home game. Call 1-800-GO-KNIGHTS. Get your tickets now. Or you can listen live here. Oh, look at Parkeet Scholl! This is ridiculous! That is another touchdown! Parkeet Scholl! I'm speechless. I can't believe this guy. I mean, look at the burst of speed at the second level.
4 down linemen for Louisville in what appears to be a 4-2-5 set. Coleman back to pass. Coleman pump fake, and then a sack. Rick O'Reilly with the big play to force the Houston punter on the field for the first time tonight. And for O'Reilly, that's sack number 7 on the season. O'Reilly, a monster on the inside. Big play there for the Louisville defense.
First and 10 of the 26, Marconi dropping the throw. And Marconi against the late blitz will go deep down the field, and that one is caught! Pass Grayson Abarazzo. Shigeki can't catch him. It's a Mauler touchdown. The 3rd touchdown for Abarazzo in the game. And it just looked like the Legend defense kind of got tangled up. And Grayson went for the pick, and he over pursued.
That was just an outstanding throw by Rocco. I mean, he's 6'5", I believe. Yeah, he's 6'5", 225, long, rangy, strong, quick arm.
Rastelli back to pass. Rastelli going to the end zone. Pass is caught for a touchdown. Kendall Gilbert, and Baltimore's on the board. Give me some of that crab call. Baltimore cuts into their early deficit. Rastelli's got 6 touchdowns and no picks in the last 6 quarters of action. 2nd and 2 at the 40. Christensen will pass again. They are staying away from Kim. That ball, oh, it's belted up in the air, and Nick Nitro picked it off. That is tremendous defensive effort. Who dove in front of that pass? That was Aquantis Shine, who dove in front of the pass and knocked the ball up in the air. That was one of the best defensive plays I've seen in a long time out of Aquantis Shine. A.J. Levy, 6 seasons, all with Sioux Falls, the strong safety number 42. Chris Dodd, free safety in his 3rd season, wears number 49. Alex Parker and Nick Fargo, the linebackers, 91 and 92 respectively, as Rahman steps up in the pocket. Rahman gonna air it out deep, and Thomas Rahman's pass intercepted off the deflection by A.J. Levy. What a play by the veteran.
Well, you mentioned it, Cam. Levy and Dodd, probably the best safety combo here in the SFL. And Levy, a longtime veteran leader of this defense, comes away with his 6th interception.
So 4 receiver set here on 3rd down and goal. I guess this won't be a run. Christensen in the gun, looking towards the end zone, firing into the back of the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. The Pride extend their lead.
What a throw by Christensen again. Has all day to throw on a post route. And that one, I mean, it's not bad coverage by Chappelle. It's just a perfect throw and a great route by
3rd down and 2 from the 12. Go Knights rings throughout Metro Stadium. St. Clair to pass. St. Clair to the end zone. Intercepted. Oh no. Joe Lynn picked it off. You gotta be kidding me. And 1 first down will give the Crabs yet another 1-possession victory over New York. 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line. Hand off to Overstreet, right side. Overstreet makes 1 man miss, and then another. And here goes Overstreet off to the races. Down the sideline, 20. He will be not tackled, and he scores again. 17th touchdown for David Overstreet, and Louisville has scored 19 straight points. And Overstreet is checking on the pulse of Oklahoma City.
Good evening, SFL Nation. Coming from just a few miles from the Naval Air Station in Jacksonville, Florida, we are at the Kings Lair here tonight for this ball game between the Jacksonville Kings and the Tulsa Desperados. Jacksonville coming in at 2-3, while Tulsa is at 3-2. I am Chad Rowland, your play-by-play commentator for tonight, and right beside me tonight in the booth is Jacob Clear, my analyst. Jacob, how you doing tonight?
G'day Chad, g'day Jacksonville, and g'day SFL Nation. It's a pleasure to be here. Looking forward to this one.
Now, obviously, in this matchup there, Jacob, Tulsa's never beaten Jacksonville. They are 0-4 in this series. What is the key for Tulsa to get that first victory tonight?
It's a huge one, and Tulsa are going to be hungry for this one. The Central Division is getting very congested as we approach the middle of the season. A huge one tonight for Douglas Brown, running against a defense that's led up over 100 yards in rushing offense per game. He only averages 80 yards per game. So Douglas Brown and the Tulsa rushing attack, a huge point of difference in this matchup.
Yep, and talking about on the other side with Jacksonville, this is an air raid offense, right? You've got 5 wide receivers, you got a rookie running back in Sean Sanders, and O.J. Brew is going to have to rebound after that tough game last week where he threw 7 interceptions in the loss to Seattle. We're getting ready to get the kickoff underway momentarily here in Jacksonville.
Looks like Jacksonville are going to start with the ball at the home team, obviously, and the quarterback O.J. Bruin, obviously, as you mentioned, with the chip on his shoulder, he needs a bounce-back performance this week.
And the game is underway. Looks like Jacksonville will be receiving the kick, and they will down it and take that out to the 20-yard line, where O.J. Bruin, the 4-year veteran previously from Queen City, coming out onto the field. And as we discussed, Jacob, earlier, 7 interceptions. We're going to see if he can shake off that interception bug or not. 1st and 10 here from the 20. 3 wide receiver set. You're going to see a lot of wide receiver sets in this game tonight. Bruin drops back. He's going to fire down the middle, and that's the first throw. And there's the interception, and it looks like he just left off right where he was last week, Jacob, with another interception.
Well, that's disappointing because that seemed all too easy for the Tulsa defense. They had that covered perfectly in the backfield. Just a ill-advised throw. The receiver wasn't ready for it, and Tulsa get the early break.
Marco Swift with the pick right there, and Tulsa's going to start off with some great field position from the Jacksonville 39. Looks like 2 wide receiver, 2 tight end set here for the Desperados. Douglas Brown, the lone back. Q drops back. He's going to look for the outside. Finds his receiver. That is Gabe Manning, one of the top wide receivers in the game, for the gain of 3.
Stark difference in the start to the drives for either team. Tulsa going nice and conservative, just getting the ball moving early.
Let's roll through the 2nd and 7 here from the 36. 3 wide receiver set here again. Douglas Brown on his right. Q looking for Brown. There's the first catch of the night for Douglas Brown as he gets a good gain there. And that is going to be 3rd and 1 here from the 30-yard line.
Yeah, look for more of that. He's going to be involved a fair bit tonight, I fancy, and such a talented player to have in their backfield.
Let's roll through this Desperado offense. JQ at quarterback, Douglas Brown at running back, Lars Bazar is at fullback, Sanzo Robinson, Corey Jones, DJ Hume, and Gabe Manning are the wide receivers. DJ Bandit is the tight end, Will Stevens the left tackle, and Phoebe Collins the left guard. And there's a handoff to Brown. He's got plenty of room past the 20, past the 15, down to about the 14-yard line. That's the first rush of the night for Douglas Brown, and that's a good one.
That's a perfect play call by Tulsa. That was open. Jacksonville's defense sort of left that gap there on 3rd and 1, and it was just all too easy, and they're going to bring out the same formation again.
Yeah, especially when you got the fullback leading there with the left guard and left tackle. It's a lot of good run blocking up front. 1st and 10 from the 14. Same play. Douglas Brown getting the block right there, gets to the outside, gets a first down and more, and looks like a touchdown. They are going to call it a touchdown, Tulsa.
That was a fantastic block by the rookie Lars Bazaar. Fantastic upfield block. Just held his man, allowed the running back to dance past. Check at number 40. Just pretty much set up that touchdown all by himself.
Yep, great block there from the 12th overall pick in this past draft, Lars Bazaar, coming in there with a great play. So Tulsa, with the interception, Jacob, getting great field position and getting that first points of the night.
Yeah, well, it's an ideal start for Tulsa, and while we're watching this extra point, worth noting that that touchdown carry by Douglas Brown sits him right on 3,000 yards on his career. A fantastic career by Douglas Brown, and he's hit the 3K point.
Congratulations to Douglas Brown on that one. And the kick is up, and it is good. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, it's football for everyone. And there's the kickoff from Brooke Beisel. As we'll see if they return this one this time, and they will. They're going to take it out past the 20. He gets hit immediately right there. And that's going to be down at the 22. O.J. Bruin, first pass, first play of the game, throws an interception. Let's see if he can shake it off and try to get some positive yardage here for the Jacksonville Kings.
Yeah, we'll see if they come out aggressive again like they did on that first play. The formation will be quite telling.
And it looks like the exact same formation.
Yep.
First and 10 from the 22, single back set. Bruin drops back, fires in, finds his man on the outside. That's a first down. And that is Dill Swayze there on the catch, the 15th overall pick in this past draft.
That was better. He utilised the out route that Swayze ran. It's a good run. And just, so not quite an out route, but more of a corner. But it was a little bit out of place as well. He had to jump up and grab that one. But a great catch by the receiver.
And Bruin showing that he can throw completed passes. And that is going to bring out a bunch set here on first and 10 from the 38. Sean Sanders lonely in the backfield. And there's a handoff to Sanders, and he gets hit immediately. Right there, just behind the line. That's Miles Gibson there on the tackle for loss.
That's a great read by the linebacker Gibson. He saw that coming before the snap. Perfect play by the defense.
A 4-year veteran, an all-star last season, is showing why right there. Bruin drops back, looking down the middle, and that is another interception. It looks like the same play.
Yeah,
as that is going to get out. It's the exact same play, the exact same route, the exact same corner. Getting the pick, Marco Swift again.
Well, I think we know one play that's probably not going to be in the playbook next week because that's the second time Bruin's seen that route as, I suppose, the most open, and it's resulted in the strong safety saying thank you very much.
Yeah, and really, and that's not even on build. That's just, that play should not be in there, or it needs to go in a different direction there. Because it looks like every time the wide receiver might be open, but Swift just undercuts it there at the end. First and 10 from the 43. Tulsa getting more great field position. That's a handoff up the middle for Douglas Brown, a gain of 7. It's going to bring up 2nd and 3.
How about the break tackle ability of this man? Just plowing forward.
Let's take a look at this defense. Taquan Hale and Forrest Dalton are the defensive ends. Joey Schwitt, Logan Gardner are defensive tackles. Martin Diamond and Harper are the linebackers. And we'll get to the rest of it here after this snap. Brown going to be handed off. He's going to get to the outside. That's he's just short of that first down, I think, Jacob, and they're going to mark him short, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, I don't blame them. They've run that outside run at a weak power eye the 3rd time now. It's worked very well twice and almost worked for a 3rd time, but it makes this 3rd down very manageable.
Finishing off the defense, Good and Neer and Robertson are the corners. Young Vaught, Jorge Torres, and Toby Neer are the safeties, and that's going to be out to Brown again. He gets a first down and a little bit more, and that's going to be taken out to the 30.
Yeah, deja vu. They go back to the same play. It got yardage on the last time. They needed one. It was a pretty safe call, and Tulsa keeps it moving.
Douglas Brown, 9.8 yards a carry so far. Actually, take that back, 8.6 yards a carry on five rushes. So running the ball really good so far. Q, short drop. He's going to fire in the middle. Finds his target. That is the tight end, DJ Bandit, formerly from Baltimore. They're getting the catch.
Yeah, good read by Q. Just saw the tight end was open in the middle. Big target. And again, they're just making it very easy for themselves, Tulsa.
2nd and inches here from the 20. Tulsa hoping to come away with a touchdown. That's going to be a handoff to Brown, and looks like Jacksonville's front four there able to stop him. Looking like TJ Harper there on the tackle.
Yeah, great tackle by the rookie Harper. It looked like Bazaar got the block there to see him forward for a first down, but Harper got in front, made the play. That's critical for Jacksonville. They need that again.
High formation here. Jacksonville looking like they might bring some pressure. That's going to be a handoff up the middle. It's a first down. Douglas Brown getting about to the 16, and that's going to be 1st and 10.
It's a masterclass in offensive line run blocking there. They just pushed the Jacksonville front seven backwards, and it was just a remarkably easy play for Douglas Brown.
2 tight ends
They're
set
enjoying
here
these
for
2 tight
Tulsa.
end sets.
And there's look like they're going to get a free play. Q, drop it back, and they're going to get the sack, but that's not going to matter as the defensive end there looked like jumped off sides. We'll see what the call
Wasn't
is.
that heartbreaking?
Neutral zone infraction, number 94.
And it is indeed offsides, and it is on Forrest Dalton.
Joey Schwink got the sack, but it's going to get wiped off, and Jacksonville doing themselves no favors at the moment.
Nope, in this situation right now, I mean, you've already thrown 2 picks. You don't want to give Tulsa any sort of favors, right? You don't want to give them any more yardage than they're already getting. JQ seeing something in the defense is going to change it up. Drops back, looking to the outside, finds Gabe Manning on the out route, and that's going to be just short of a first down. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that's disappointing. You'd expect the player of his caliber to have turned that upfield, but he just had too much momentum carrying him to the outside, and Jacksonville have another opportunity to stop them here on short.
Yeah, I think maybe JQ may have led him a little too far. But that's okay. We got 2nd and 1 here from the 7. Heavy set formation here for the Desperados. It's going to be a handoff to Douglas Brown, and they are not going to get anywhere as it's going to be stopped at the line, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Great tackle. Another one where the linebacker, this time it was John Martin, just reading the play perfectly.
3rd and 1 here for the Desperados. That weak power eye that they've been running really well out of. Once again, there's the handoff, and they're going to be stopped at the, and they're going to be stopped in the backfield, and that's going to bring a 4th down. Stan Diamond leading the way there on the tackle.
Well, all 3 of their linebackers have had a great run stopping play now. That's a fantastic read. Just the fact that it was two of their defenders in on the tackle, but they needed that, Jacksonville, and the offense needs to pick up their game now that they've got that hold.
It'll be interesting to see if they have anything in that formation there, Jacob, because all we've seen is that outside run. Maybe they got a screen in there we just haven't seen yet, but they are going to be able to hold Tulsa here to a field goal. The kick is up, and it is good from 26 yards out. Tulsa extending their lead 10-0.
You know, it's interesting. Maybe Tulsa telegraphed it a little bit because it worked perfectly on the first 2 occasions, and then I think the next 3 times it was ran, Jacksonville seemed to get a hold on it. So maybe they've adjusted to the matchup here.
Yeah, and maybe that's what, like I said, before, having a screen in there might help them as well, just because that'll throw off the defense a little bit. But let's see what the Jacksonville offense can do. They're going to take it out of their own end zone. They're going to pass the 20 and get about to the 23. And we are going to go to the SFL studios for a game break with Cameron Irvine. Cam, take it away.
Thank you, Chad. The Fort Worth Toros got an end zone interception on Jack Wigmore, and Marcus Dunhill finds Stephen Hacker in the back of the end zone. Fort Worth leads Baltimore 7-0 in the second.
There you go there, Fort Worth. I called it on the streets are talking that they had a really good shot at winning.
Upset
Gonna claim
watch.
that. I'm gonna claim it. There's the handoff to Sean Sanders, and that's a good run there. And that's gonna get out to about 32, a gain of 9.
You have to wonder where that was the first time that they, although granted they've had 5 plays on offense and they've called that formation 4 times.
You don't see that misdirection run, Jacob, very often.
No,
but that was a good play call.
And a good go-ahead run by the rookie.
2nd and 1 here from the 32. 3 wide receiver set. Bruin, that's going to be a handoff, a delayed handoff up the middle, and that's going to get nothing as the Tulsa linebackers were there to get it, led by a big number 95.
Philadelphia Collins in on the tackle. One of our favorite SFL broadcasters.
3rd and 1 here in the bunch formation. Hand off to Sanders. He gets a spin move, and he gets the first down a little bit more. Another spin move, and he gets about to the 40. They're going to mark him at the 39, but more importantly, Jacob, they finally got a first down.
Yeah, the rookie showing his athleticism. Just chuck a couple of spin moves, and you know, they're not really giving him a lead blocker, but he's completely fine with that so far. Another great carry by the rookie.
Looks like single left, bunch left here. Bruin drops back, has plenty of time, fires over the middle. That is, finds his target. That's going to be a first down to the 42. And that is Christopher Ochoa with his first catch of the night.
Yeah, Ochoa started the season white hot and hasn't been able to really replicate that form since. So I think I can see why Bruin's going to him, and that time the ball was better placed and he's open for the first down catch.
Ochoa, 2 catches last week in the loss to Seattle. Their number 1 wide receiver hoping to get a little bit more play tonight. Bruin drops back once again. Pocket collapsing. He finds his target, and that's Ochoa again. Down to the 20. And that's going to be actually 1st and 10 on the 19.
That's a great throw by Bruin. Just completely calm and collected. Waited for the route to appear. He knew what he wanted in that situation. And Ochoa's just done a brilliant job to get himself in that spot. And Jacksonville are moving.
Jacksonville now in the red zone for the first time tonight. Bunch set once again at the top of your screen. Sanders, the lone back. Bruin drops back, tries to get into the pocket and gets hit as he throws. And that was Jaden Swift there with the pressure.
Yeah, this Tulsa front seven's always a threat of really taking over a game, and sort of look for more plays from this 3D line front between Swift, Andrews, and Demora. Such a talented front seven.
Yep, their front seven has 4 All-Stars in that front seven. It's going to be the outside, and that is caught, and that was Ochoa again. Man, I'll tell you, the way that looked there, Jacob, I thought maybe that was another interception, but Ochoa brings the ball in. That's going to be 3rd and 2.
I completely agree. I thought that the Tulsa defender was going to reel that in. Somehow, Ochoa got his hands in front of it.
J-Rock almost had that pick, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 2 here from the 11. Bunch set once again. Bruin drops back, looking to the outside, tipped away, and oh, that was almost intercepted. And good defensive stop there for the Desperados, and that's going to hold Jacksonville to a field goal.
Marco Swift could have had a hat trick, although maybe that was him with the deflection, but they should have had a 3rd pick there. The defender just caught ball watching. Swift has had a fantastic start to the game. He really should have had that taken away by the defender that was behind him, but Jacksonville at least with a chance to get some points on the board here.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to bring up, was Marco Swift is having himself a game here in the first quarter. 2 interceptions and a big pass deflection to stop the drive, as that is going to bring up Jordan Bradshaw out to kick the field goal. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good from 28, so Jacksonville gets on the board, and they're going to cut that lead down to 7, 10-3.
Well, the momentum has shifted just a little bit. They held Tulsa on the previous possession and now have got some points of their own and looked a bit more confident moving the ball forward on that drive. So much improved from the Kings.
Yeah, the Jacksonville crowd sounding like they're finally getting into it here. 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. That is going to be taken by Gabe Manning. Very dangerous returner as he gets down to about the 25. And that is going to bring out this Tulsa offense once again. JQ, perfect so far, 4 for 4 for 22 yards.
Yeah, and they're winning the battle at the moment. Just need to keep up with what they've been doing. This rushing attack has worked when they've needed it to, and they've just, keep doing what they're doing.
Free play, as that is going to be Douglas Brown with the catch, but they're going to get 5 yards on the offsides. That was Taquan Hale, the 11-year veteran, jumping offsides.
Zone infraction, number 91. Defense, 12-yard penalty. Repeat, first
Normally you don't see the veteran doing that, Jacob, but he does incur the fraction, and that's going to be 1st and 5.
And
So that's going to be 1st and 5 here for Tulsa. As the clock is going to run down here, let's see if they snap it before the end of the quarter. And it looks like they are going to. That's a handoff to Douglas Brown. He gets to the outside. He looks like he's got some breathing room. He's going to get past the 50, and he's going to be hit down at the 45. That's a big run there for Douglas Brown to end the first quarter.
well, it's the Douglas Brown show so far. We sort of touched on it in pre-game that he was likely to have a bit of a breakout performance against this Jacksonville defense, who have been a bit soft against the run, and he's been a bit bereft of confidence in recent weeks, but that's a fantastic start by Tulsa.
And that's going to do it here for the end of the first quarter here in Jacksonville. The Desperados with an early lead, 10-3. We'll be back here on SFL YouTube. And we are back here on SFL YouTube. Chad Rowland, Jacob Clear in the booth. Ron Haynes and Ricky Robinson in the stats truck for us. Thank you, gentlemen. Along with Cameron Irvine, the producer of tonight's game. JQ is going to drop back. He looks at the outside, finds his target. That is Corey Jones with his first catch of the night with a gain of 6.
Yeah, well, Q hasn't had to do much so far. He's only had the 4 pass attempts, completed all 4 of them, mind you, so when they've needed him to step in and be the captain of this offense, he's been successful, but so far it's been a really good afternoon for Douglas Brown.
Out of the gun, Q looks to the outside, finds his target. That is DJ Hume, the 6-year veteran on the catch, and that's going to be a first down.
His first sighting as well, so Q starting to spread the ball around a little bit.
Yep, I think every single wide receiver and tight end has caught the ball except maybe Sonzo Robinson. And Sonzo Robinson's the only one that hasn't yet. Q drops back, looking, fires, and was trying to look for Gabe Manning, but it looks like it was deflected away. Ricky Robinson there, the 2nd-round draft pick, with the deflection.
He can do it all, Ricky Robinson, in the stats booth, and then ran down to make the pass deflection for his defense. That was a tough play. Manning would have had to have worked some kind of a miracle to reel that in. That was a great read by the Jacksonville defense.
Props to Ricky Robinson to get back to the stats truck in time for the next play. Gun split. Q drops back and underthrows it. and that was almost intercepted. Young Vaught was there with the deflection.
Well, he's celebrating, but he should have had that. That would have been a real momentum shifter for Jacksonville. But 3rd and long.
We talked about JQ being perfect through the first 6 passes, and all of a sudden he's got 2 incompletions in a row. 5 wide receiver set here for the Desperados. 3rd and 10 from the 32. Q, short drop, looking, fires and finds his target, but he dropped it. That is a rare drop there for Gabe Manning. Not sure if it was deflected out of his hands or he just simply dropped it. It looked like a drop. But nevertheless, it's going to be 4th down, and that's going to bring up Brooke Beisel to kick the field goal.
There's some tough coverage by Jacksonville. They ran the all slants. It was an understandable decision by the Tulsa offensive coordinator, but Manning unable to reel that one in.
Beisel coming on for the field goal. DeShera Hawkins on the hold. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good from 49 as Tulsa extends this lead back to 10, 13-3.
Jacksonville, they've got 2 holds defensively, so that's what they needed. They need to hope that the momentum from the end of the first quarter that they had carries into this next drive.
And let's see what Jacksonville can do here as they are set to receive the kick, taking it from their own 3. As that's going to be taken past the 20 and just to about the 24. And that's going to bring out O.J. Bruin, who looked really solid, Jacob, on that last drive.
Yeah, well, that was much more like the week 1 and 2 O.J. Bruin that we saw when Jacksonville set the league on fire. They definitely need more of that, and also more from their rookie tailback, Sean Sanders, who looked very good on that second drive.
That's going to be a handoff to Sean Sanders. He's not going to get anywhere at all. Tulsa right there putting the stop to that, led by Mike Mello, the defensive tackle, and that's going to be 2nd down.
It's been tough going for Sean Sanders. He doesn't have a lead run blocker on the field. They're purely relying on the Bleeker twins on the line, almost, and it's a bit of a stark difference, whereas Brown has his fullback.
And that's going to be a little out route there. That is caught Dill Swayze with the catch, and that's going to set up 3rd and a manageable 4, Jacob.
Yeah, well, surprisingly, Bruins only had 2 players with completions. It's between his number 3 option Swayze and Ochoa.
3rd and 4 here. Bruin drops back, looking, fires, finds his tight end, and is Joel Harleman on his first target, making his first catch of the night, a big one for a 1st down.
That's a great catch. Just Bruin knew where he was, but tight ends are going to make plays like that. Just caught in a contest there. 2 defenders around him, no pressure. He did not let that pressure get to him.
Looked like he was trying to run that little corner out there and was able to break free from the bunch. And that's going to bring a 1st and 10 here from the 42. That's going to be a handoff to Sean Sanders, and he is met right there just past the line. And that was number 95, Philadelphia Collins, with the hit.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for Sean Sanders if that's the extent of their play calling. I think Tulsa have woken up to the fact that they're going to start running out of these bunch formations.
And that's going to be a handoff to Sanders again, and he is met right there at the line of scrimmage again. And Tulsa with the gang tackle, and that's going to be 3rd and 8.
Yeah, Jay Rock with the tackle. His first season with the ball club. They just kind of know when that's coming. Unfortunately for Sean Sanders, he doesn't have much of an opportunity to get much steam going, so...
4 wide receiver out of the gun. There's a fake handoff to Sanders. He's looking down the middle, and that is another interception. Marco Swift with the hat trick. And he's got it first down there for Tulsa. And I got to tell you, when they go deep down the middle, Marco Swift is there every time to make them pay.
Well, if he's looking at his teammates going, if you guys won't do it, I will. And it's a pretty much identical picks. Like you said, he's just there every time. And that's what you kind of want out of your safeties, to just be reading the plays from the back of the defense. And he's done a phenomenal job so far this afternoon.
It looks like the defensive coordinator, who's also the head coach, Jaden Swift, was really paying attention to that Jacksonville offense. They like to go down the middle, deep down the middle, and he's got the right defense to stop them right there. JQ looking to the outside to Douglas Brown. That's going to be a gain of about 7. He's going to get out to midfield. And I got to tell you, I mean, Tulsa right now is just cooking right now, Jacob.
Well, this man's making it very easy for him to do so. He's just doing what he needs to do. He's had some explosive runs. It's just been his night so far.
Heavy set formation here for the Desperados, and they are met in the backfield. Forrest Dalton there making first contact, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for Tulsa.
Another good play by the Jacksonville defense. It's been hard to fault them so far outside of the few explosive runs that we have seen from Brown, but we'll see here. Q forced the pass.
Split spread there for Tulsa, and that is incomplete as Nathan Kinnear, the 28th overall pick in the draft, with the deflection and to stop the drive, and that's going to bring up the punt unit for Tulsa.
Yeah, they get the job done. And RJ Bruin's going to get the ball back in his hands, and they need to go back to what they were doing at the end of that first quarter, because that's really the only sign of life we've seen from this offense.
The SFL would like to recognize some staff who operate mostly behind the scenes to keep the league operational. Andrew Rostelli operates the getting new coaches up to speed and players on the teams and in the portal. Ashley Jackson helps to keep our community a welcoming place for all. And Marcus Dunhill assists with contracts and off-season construction. Thank you to all our terrific staff that has helped the SFL to 10 years of operation. And from me as well, thank you for all that you guys have done, plus others that have not been recognized tonight. 1st and 10 here from the 22. The bunch set once again for Jacksonville. They've been running this set pretty much all night. That's going to be a handoff to Sean Sanders up the middle. He's got some breathing room, and that's a gain of 9, and that's going to set up 2nd and 1.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, Chad, but I think personnel-wise, we've basically seen them run exclusively that trips tight formation early in the game, and then all bunch since that point, be it tight bunch or just your standard bunch that they just called out of. I mean, they've got the personnel for it, but again, we see trips tight again.
Yep, and there's a stop on the run right there. That is Collins once again with the hit in the backfield. That's going to set up 3rd and 2.
Frank Gooden, the head coach of this Jacksonville team, hasn't ventured too far into the depths of his playbook.
And you're going to see that bunch formation once again. 3rd and 2. Bruin drops back. The pressure coming to him, and he gets hit as he throws. And that is number 55. That was Mike Mello, the defensive tackle there, and that's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, well, it's been a tough afternoon, and I don't know if Frank hasn't checked the backside of his play sheet or what's going on, but so far these formations have only worked sporadically, and he kind of needs to look at what else he's got built up during the week to try and get OJ Bruin moving.
Tulsa here with an opportunity to really blow this lead wide open. Gabe Manning, one of the more dangerous returners in the game, getting past the 40, takes it down to the 42. And Tulsa here with an opportunity. They will receive the ball in the second half, Jacob. So if they were able to get a touchdown here and hold and get the ball again in the second half, this could be troublesome.
Yeah, they've got Jacksonville on the ropes at the moment. This defense has held pretty well, despite their intensity from this rushing attack, but
And there is a flag on the play. And we'll see what that is. Probably are going to assume it was offsides.
yeah, again, the defense made a good play, cost by the fact that someone on the line jumped.
Forrest Dalton with his second infraction of the night on that. The defensive ends for Jacksonville not playing very well tonight, as they have caused 3 offside infractions here so far.
Yeah, the coaching staff needed to get them talking to each other, because so far it's been a real breakdown on that front line.
Strong power I formation here for the Desperados. Jacksonville maybe trying to bring the heat. Drops back. There is a screen in there after all. That's going to be out to Doug Brown, and it's not going to get anything, as that's going to bring up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, well, they have got some diversity in that formation, but that time, the problem is that he didn't have any of the lead blockers that they had set up in that formation on that side of the field, so it makes life hard.
Same formation once again, 2nd and 5. That's going to be a handoff to Brown, and he finds a hole. He gets a first down. He's going to be past the 40, past the 30, past the 20. He's got one man to beat. He does not beat him as he gets down to the 12. And what a big run there by Douglas Brown.
Well, it's a masterclass in blocking, Chad. He had 4 or 5 players in front of him all making terrific blocks, and he's just, as good as he is, it makes it very easy when you've got lead blocking like that. That's a fantastic effort by the Tulsa offense to push the ball forward, and yeah, Jacksonville are in deep trouble.
As you can see on the bottom of the screen, Douglas Brown on that run, 41 yards, getting over the 100-yard mark. Once again in the same formation. And this time it's not going to work, as it looks like T.J. Harper, the 23rd overall pick, in the backfield for a 4-yard loss.
It's the second time he's done that, T.J. Harper. He's having himself a game. It's worth noting that prior to that play, Douglas Brown had matched the average rushing yards allowed by Jacksonville.
And there's a flip out to Lars Bazar. We haven't called his name tonight except in the run blocking game. And that's going to set up 3rd and 11, so they did get a few yards off that.
He has had a few catches this season. They're not afraid to use the fullback as an extra tight end in passing sets.
And that's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Bunch set here for Tulsa. Q drops back, looking in the middle, finds his target. What a throw! And that is first down at the 2. And what a catch there by Corey Jones.
I don't think they could have done that any better. JQ put that right where it needed to be, and somehow Jones has reeled that in with all the defenders surrounding him.
What a throw by Q also. 1st and goal here from the 2. That's going to be a handoff to Brown, untouched. He's just going to walk in his 2nd touchdown of the night, and Tulsa gets the bigger lead.
Yeah, very simple. That's all they needed. That play has worked for them when it's needed to, and it's they've had a very, very straightforward plan of attack today, and that's to get the ball in his hands, and so far it's paid off.
And that is going to bring out Brooke Beisel for her 3rd attempt here. There's the snap. There's the hold. The kick is up. And it is good. So Tulsa extending their lead 20-3. Next week on Next Level Sports, the unbeaten Atlanta Swarm try to keep it that way, but the Portland Fleet have a win streak going and want to spoil the Swarm's dreams of a #1 seed. Kickoff is next Saturday at 6:30 Eastern, only on NLSE Next Level Sports. Get more. So that'll be an interesting game next week.
It's going to be a really good
Swarm take
game.
on the Fleet. Yeah, that should be a really good game. I believe that's in Atlanta.
Oh,
And they're going to take it out to the 23. So that's going to bring out Jacksonville. Let's see if they can try to do something here to close out the half. Tulsa does get the ball, like I said earlier, at the beginning of the half, or the beginning of the third quarter. So Jacksonville would like to strike here to try to get something back. Bunch formation once again from the 23. There's a play fake. Bruin looking to the outside, finds his target, and that is Dill Swayze, as that's going to be 2nd and 1.
Yeah, again, the diversity called into question, but this time Swayze makes the play. He's, look, you've got time, so you just make safe plays, work your way down the field. You've got 3 timeouts, and hopefully they get this play off before the 2-minute warning. And they won't.
Yep, and that is going to be the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Tulsa looking good so far here on the road, 20-3. We'll be right back here on SFL on YouTube. And we are back here in Jacksonville, Florida. Chad Rowland, Jacob Clear in the booth tonight. Ron Haynes and Ricky Robinson in the stats truck. And Cameron Irvine producing the game. A 2nd and 1 here from the 32. A fake handoff once again. Bruin, the pocket collapsing and looking for Sanders. Tipped around. It was almost intercepted. But Miles Gibson right there to make a great play.
Great pressure by the interior defensive line. Just putting them under duress, and Sanders unable to hang on to that one. Luckily for him, the Tulsa defender kind of knocked it towards the ground rather than up. And they hang on to the ball. They don't need to do anything too aggressive. They just need to get the ball moving, which is unfortunately has been easier said than done for them so far.
Single left, bunch left here for the Kings. 3rd and 1. That is going to be a handoff by Sanders, and he does get the first down. I thought for a minute there he's going to go on that right side where there was nothing. But he shifts gears, goes to the left, and gets the first down.
Yeah, stark difference between these two tailbacks. Sanders has had 9 carries per our stats truck. 28 yards. In fact, 10 carries after that for 28. In contrast, Brown, 14 for over 100.
4 wide receiver set here. Bruin stepping up in the pocket, throws a lame duck, and that's a big catch right there. That is going to be down the sideline. Jacksonville is going to strike here at the end of the 2nd quarter, and that's a touchdown. Christopher Ochoa with a big catch.
Well, that's the man we've been waiting for, and finally one of those throws over the middle wasn't covered by Marco Swift. He pushed up a little further towards the congestion, and well, we've been looking for him. He was their man in the first 2 weeks, and he went quiet, but another fantastic play by Chris Ochoa, and the Jacksonville faithful finally in song.
A 65-yard touchdown pass from Bruin to Ochoa. And there's a snap, there's the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. So Jacksonville needing a little spark here at the end of the first half, and they got it right there. This home crowd is liking what they saw. Now it is 20-10. And Impact Monday heads to Louisiana tomorrow, where the Revolution welcome the Vancouver Legion. This is going to be a good one, Jacob. Who's going 4-2? Join Cameron Irvine and Paul Sarp at 7:15 Eastern for this week in the SFL pregame before Louisiana and Vancouver kicks off at 8:15 p.m. Eastern time right here on SFL on YouTube. Those two teams, look at this. And Gabe Manning, hang on a second. Gabe says, watch this. He is gone. He's to the 30, the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Tulsa. And look at the shimmy going into the end zone.
Well, I was about to note, Chad, that the only drawback of the fact that they scored that play was that they left a little bit of time on the clock. However, I wasn't expecting him to do Manning to return that kickoff, and in fact, geez, it was a little bit easy. He had like 4 defenders that got shook by that spin move, and that was it. That was the play. That's one spin move sent all of Jacksonville's special team players in one direction, and he's got 50 yards of open space, but that's what he can do to you. He's just such a talented ball runner after the catch, and he implements those skills in the kick return game. And just as Jacksonville get a little bit of breathing room, that happens.
And I gotta tell you, I mean, that is why you pay Gabe Manning. Look at this! It's a block by Jacksonville. So they don't get up to 27. They're going to stay there at 26. And Jacksonville trying to just do something, a little bit of a payback there. They go this big, long 65-yard touchdown. Gabe Manning says, hold my Kool-Aid, I got this. And then you turn around, and here we are with the block kick. So very interesting little turn of events there. And we're going to see what Jacksonville can do. They do have 1:04 to go. And they're going to take it from the 3. And that is going to be down to about the 27. As O.J. Bruin's going to come out. And hopefully try to get a drive.
Yeah, you can only hope that last drive gave O.J. Bruin a little bit of confidence back after that horror start.
And let's see what they can do. The last time they were on the field was a big 65-yard touchdown to Ochoa. Bruin drops back. He looks at the out route. He finds his target, and that is Kingston Ellington. I believe that's the first catch of the night for Ellington. It is. And they're going to go to the hurry-up. Fake handoff to Sanders again. Looking over the middle. Finds his target. That's going to be a first down to Ochoa, and Jacksonville is going to use his first timeout of the half.
Yeah, even if you only get 3, just give yourself a chance in the second half and just walk into halftime with a little bit of momentum. Even if you're still looking at the scoreboard, just know that something's working.
First and 10 from the 42. 3 wide receivers at the bottom. Bruin looking over the middle. He is caught again. And that's going to be a timeout. Ochoa again with the catch.
It was a very impressive throw by O.J. Bruin. Downfield, just got inside of the corner. Nate Heslop and makes the play. Ochoa's been the man.
Yep, Ochoa so far, we talked about how he needed to get involved in this offense. 6 catches for 143 yards in the first half. How's that for getting involved, Jacob?
Incredible.
First and 10 here from the 36. Bunch formation again. They love this formation tonight. Bruin drops back, looking, fires at the outside, finds his running back, is Sean Sanders. He's got a first down, and there is a penalty right there on the Tulsa defense. Does that look like a horse collar tackle? And it's going to be a face mask, actually.
They needed it, and that's a great play by the rookie. He got a good downfield block again by Ochoa, and that kind of set the Tulsa defender up in a bad position.
Yeah, I mean, that
mistake because it set them up at first and goal.
Yeah, he had like 15 yards untouched on that play. It was a beautiful play call there by the Kings. Once again, 3 wide receivers set at the bottom of the screen. Bruin maneuvering around the pocket, finds his target. It's only going to be just a small gain. And they're going to go back to the hurry-up. 22 seconds and counting for the Kings offense. Looking to score here at the end of the second quarter. Bruin drops back, looking, fires to the outside. That is caught, and that's a touchdown. Jacksonville getting some more points here on the board.
There you go. Kingston Ellington catch number 2 and a touchdown number 2 for this Jacksonville unit. And O.J. Bruin with a little bit of life. They had the ice pick to the heart with that kickoff return, but they come back down the other way. They show we've still got this, and it's going to be a 9-point ball game heading into the second half.
Yeah, for what exactly happened there, I've seen plenty of games in this league where you get a late second quarter kickoff return and it just sucks the life out of the other team. But Jacksonville showing the perseverance, staying strong. Kick is up and it is good. And as you mentioned, This is a 9-point lead here for Tulsa. That will probably be what we get into the first half. And let's see what they can do. But remember who you're kicking off to, Jacob. You got Gabe Manning back there. He could break another one.
Well, how about that, Chad? The game was purely Douglas Brown, and then 2 minutes 30 left in the second quarter. We've had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, absolutely wild first half here. Wild ending of the second quarter. Gabe Manning's going to break it out. He's going to take it to the outside. Another spin move. And that is going to be taken to the 24, where Tulsa will probably just run this out to end the first half. And right now, I mean, we talked about this before. Tulsa, who has never beaten Jacksonville in their existence, looking pretty good so far here in the first half, Jacob.
Yeah, I couldn't quite believe that when you raised that stat, but look, it's been a pretty even contest following that end of the touchdown.
Oh, wait a minute, and they're going to try to go hurry up, but they will call a
timeout. Here.
Looks like they may try to go for a little bit of Hail Mary action here to end the first half. Let's see what they do here as head coach Jaden Swift giving a talking to over there to JQ on a sideline.
Jaden Swift saying, come on, boys, we're competing for a division here. We're going for this.
And it will be in Hail Mary formation here to end the first half. Let's see what they could do. Jacksonville's going to come up in press coverage here. And they're going to bring the pressure, and that's not going to work. Joey Schwint, who had his sack taken away earlier, gets that one. That's going to be his, and that will end the first half with Tulsa on the road, 26-17 up against Jacksonville. And want to ask you, Jacob, what does Jacksonville need to do here in the second half to be able to only take this lead, but to get the win?
Keep doing what you're doing. I mean, I'd like to see more playbook diversity, but it started to work at the end of the second half, but you can't drop the momentum again like they did at the start of the second quarter. Both times that they had, they built something up at the end of each quarter and then re-entered the game without that. So they need the defense to keep making plays with this run game. They've done it a few times. We've seen it from Jacksonville's defense. TJ Harper in particular has been very impressive. So that's the key, is just stop the Tulsa run game and keep finding your players, OJ Bruin.
And look at this, starting off 5 wide here for the Desperados. 185 total yards of offense in the first half there for the Desperados. They're going to find the outside. That is going to be caught. And that is DJ Hume with the catch, and that's going to be a first down.
Yeah, good catch. The defender was right there in the area to make the hit, but he hangs on. It's an impressive stat, 7.6 yards per carry.
1st and 10 here from the 36. Q drops back, finds Douglas Brown on the screen, and now look at this move by Douglas Brown. Wow, what spin move and juke and jiving everywhere. He gets a first down out to the midfield.
Yeah, he's just showing off now. This is something to marvel at if you're a rookie tailback. Look at this. Defenders don't even know where he is. He's just so elusive.
What a play there by Douglas Brown. Juking, spinning, was able to get the first down and more. They're out to midfield. Jacksonville maybe trying to bring the heat up the middle. Q drops back. Good hold by the offensive line. It's a screen at the outside. Douglas Brown gets a gain of 2, and that's going to set up 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here for the Desperados, as they're going to bring up to the line here. Gun bunch formation here. Douglas Brown on his left. Q drops back. He's Going to look to the outside, finds Douglas Brown, and that's going to be a gain of about 3. And that's going to set up 3rd and 5.
It's a great open field tackle, that. Toby Kner, unsure if there's any relation to Nathan, but it's his first tackle of the afternoon, and a really good one as well.
Dime 3-2 set here for Jacksonville. Q to the outside, finds the out route. That's a first down. Good play call there by the Desperados. DJ Hume making sure he got feet in bounds with first.
Yeah, that's more like what we were seeing in the opening stages of this game from JQ. Just safe routes, keep the ball moving. They're in a position where they can burn the clock a bit, so sustained drives are a good thing for Tulsa.
Gun straight formation here for the Desperados. That's going to be over the middle, and that's going to be caught. And that is Corey Jones, as that's going to be a first down there on the 29. We're going to take it to SFL Studios with Cameron Irvine for a game break. Cam, take it away.
Thanks, Chad. 4th and inches for Baltimore. Just the start of the 4th quarter. Warren Murray is stuffed, but the very next play, Fort Worth throws an interception. It's a defensive war in the 4th. Fort Worth update.
Thank you, Cam. And that is, wow, that's a rare drop from Gabe Manning. Looked like he was going to maybe try to turn up field before he caught it, Jacob, but that's going to be a drop, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, he's had a couple of them. Worth noting that game, we noted upset watch. That's definitely in that ballpark at the moment for Fort Worth in the 4th quarter.
Trips tight here, formation for the Desperados. And that's going to be a handoff to Brown. He gets to the outside. He's got a little bit of daylight. Gets a first down and more down to the 14. And that is going to bring up 1st and 10 here from the red zone for Tulsa.
He didn't even need his fullback that time. He was just like, I'm going to get this with the line, and I'm going to break the tackles all by myself. Good tackle in the end by Bernard Gooden, the veteran, just saving that touchdown potentially. It's been a tough afternoon.
15 attempts, 121 yards for Douglas Brown tonight. And they're going to hand it off to Brown once again. He's got room on the outside. There's a great block. It's a first down, and he gets just short of the goal line. They're going to mark him on the goal line, and that's going to bring up 1st and goal.
Yeah, I know we've talked a lot about Douglas Brown, but I've been very impressed by Last Bazaar. That's another fantastic upfield block. They just shrugged Gooden off again. And almost resulted in a touchdown, but it's going to be hard to stop him from here.
The unsung hero so far in the run game, Lars Bazaar with another great block. 1st and goal here from the goal line. There's a handoff to Douglas Brown. He's going to do a nice little spin move, and that's a touchdown. Douglas Brown with his 3rd touchdown of the night.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy for him. He's just taken what the defense has given him every time and just making plays. He's a fantastic player, and Tulsa continue to push it, and Jacksonville again needed to come up with another touchdown on the following play.
Brooke Beisel out to kick, and this time it's not blocked as the kick is up and it is good. So Tulsa extending their lead 33-17. Liking this game so far? Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action, and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership. And Jacksonville is going to take that out to their own goal line, and that's going to be taken up to about the 22. And let's see how OJ Bruin in this offense responds.
You see the stat line from Christopher Ochoa. He's been out the fault. 7 from 9, 147. The one touchdown, 65-yard touchdown in that 2nd quarter. Bruin needs to keep going with that and just hope the defense can get a foothold.
Let's see if Tulsa's defense has made any adjustments. Bruin's going to be the outside, and that's an interception. That is going to be taken past the 20. J-Rock taking it down to the 16, and Tulsa sets themselves up very nicely here.
Yeah, J-Rock picking up from that nickel spot, just read that perfectly. That's a great play by the defense. They had several bodies around that area, and just unfortunately for Bruin, it's another ill-advised throw because there was just too much congestion in that area of the field that he threw it to.
That is his 4th interception of the night, and we are only halfway through the 3rd quarter. 4 wide receiver set here for the Desperados. Q looks like he's going to change things up, look for an out route. There's the out route. He's going to find his wide receiver. That is Gabe Manning. He breaks the tackle. Looks like he's going to get forward progress and get the first down to the 6-yard line.
A great effort. That was an awkward catch to make, and he picks up the first down. He had to turn around to get that forward yardage.
Yeah, he had to come back to that ball, and a great play there to be able to show how strong he is by breaking that tackle. Douglas Brown on the outside. He's going to walk this in. That's another touchdown. Number 4 on the night for Douglas Brown.
Yeah, and it's worth noting, Chad, that this has been a pretty, this has been an impressive performance on Tulsa on the basis that the last 2 meetings that these two teams had in Season 17 and Season 18, Tulsa only scored 13 and 6 points against Jacksonville's defense, and should this extra point be slotted, it's going to be 40 in Season 20.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting game here so far. I think we talked about it during pregame, Jacob, that the running games of these two teams may be what dictates who wins, and right now that has been the case for Tulsa.
Oh yeah, and Jacksonville haven't really set their running back up for success today, and Sean Sanders, it's been a tough afternoon for him. He's kind of had to rely on his own open field ability, not so much in the case of Tulsa, who have had just superior lead blocking throughout the entire game.
And that is going to be received in their own end zone. Dill Swaits is going to bring it out. He gets rocked right there at the 18-yard line. And that was a big hit there by King Jack Washington, the backup running back, there on the special teams tackle. So O.J. Bruin coming out again. Tonight, 14-22, Jacob, 224 yards, 2 TDs, but 4 interceptions.
Yeah, man. Just need to, I don't know, it's been weird. I haven't really ventured much beyond this sort of play calling today. There you go, Sanders.
And look at this, Sean Sanders has some daylight. He's past the 40, past the 30, past the 20. J-Rock's almost going to catch him, and he will not. That's a touchdown, Jacksonville.
Well, he's deserved that. He's really worked hard for every yard he's gotten tonight, and that's a fantastic play just by him. I think it was the tackle that pushed one of the linemen to the side, and that's how he got the gap. And he was free man.
82-yard run there by Sean Sanders, and what a time to get that run, right? You had an interception, they got a couple of touchdowns on you, and you're trying to get your home crowd back in, and they indeed make that play, and pending the extra point, going to go and cut this lead a little bit, 40-24 if this is good.
It's not out of reach. You just, they need to try and find a way of isolating JQ on those early downs, and because, you know, so far Douglas Brown's been hard to stop, but they know they can stop him. It's just been these situational passing plays that have really killed Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's been the, you know, like you kind of alluded to before, you know, seeing if Frank Good maybe looked at the other side of that play call sheet. Tulsa's been looking for those bunch sets and that trip tight set all night long. And Gabe Maney's going to take that out from his own 3 or 4 yard line. And it's going to get up to the 28. So let's see what Tulsa does. We could easily see them just relying on Douglas Brown. 18 attempts so far for 142 yards, 4 touchdowns on the night for Douglas Brown.
Well, Douglas Brown approaching double that of his yards per game average on the season. It's hard to imagine that they would venture away from him.
And there's a hard hit in the backfield by the Jacksonville Kings. That is Taquan Hale with a tackle for loss.
Well, they've needed him. He hasn't really made his stamp on the game yet, but that's a huge play, and that will start Jacksonville's defense off with a bit of confidence.
Yeah, coming into this game tonight, as you alluded to before, Jacob, Tulsa was averaging 80 yards a game running the ball. And there's Douglas Brown with the broken tackle, but he doesn't get very far, as he's going to get no yard gain on that. And that's going to bring up a long 3rd and 11.
Yeah, it's John Martin again. Him, Stan Diamond, and TJ Harper have been pretty impressive with some of this run stopping.
3rd and 11 here for the Desperados. 4 wide receiver set. JQ with a deep drop back, and he fires down the field, but that is incomplete. Knocked away. Looks like Bernard Gooden, the 9-year veteran, with the deflection, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, well, they get the stop. That's what they needed. 2 good plays to defend the run, and then Gooden with some excellent coverage on Manning. They just threw up a palm and deflected that one out, so I'll get the ball back here, the Kings.
And that is going to bring out this punt unit. And they're going to punt that away. Jacksonville looking for an opportunity here to maybe try to cut this lead even more. Dill Swayze not getting very far, as that's going to be taken out to the 35. And let's see what the Jacksonville Kings offense will do. 82-yard touchdown run on that last drive by Sean Sanders. Let's see what they can do here. And that's going to be a handoff to Sanders up the middle. And that's going to be a gain of 5 on the run.
Why not? He's got the momentum. Keep feeding him and see what he can do.
Let's go. 2nd and 5 from your Steamers, 40 yards.
And that's going to bring up 2nd and 5 here from the 40. 3 wide receivers on the bottom of your screen. There's the handoff, and that is stopped immediately in the backfield. Mike Mello with the big tackle for loss there, and that's going to be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Mike Mello's saying that I've seen this before, and it's not the first time they've run that misdirection run, and that time Tulsa knew what he was going to do, and unfortunately it sets them backwards.
3rd and 10 here for the Kings. Bruin looking to the outside. That is deflected, and that is going to be incomplete. As it looks like number 30 on the deflection, that was Lee Palmer, the backup corner.
That was risky, and unfortunately it was never going to result in 1st down because it was dragged towards the sideline with about 3 yards to spare. So a bit of a bad decision by O.J. Bruin because he nearly threw a pick again when the play wasn't even on.
And it's going to bring up 4th down here for the Kings. They're going to have to punt it away. That was a good opportunity there to try to cut that lead even more, as Gabe Manning's going to get a fair catch out to the 34-yard line. And that's going to bring out this Tulsa offense once again, looking to probably, I would think, Jacob, drain that clock to try to keep that Jacksonville offense off the field.
Well, that's it, and they've done a good job of doing that so far. Through their run game or Q making use of these receivers. It looks like he'll probably pass here.
First and 10 here from the 34. That's going to be a handoff to Douglas Brown, and that's going to be met right there at the line of scrimmage for a gain of 1. And that was Toby Neer with the tackle.
Yeah, well, they opt to run without the lead blocking, and doesn't work as successfully as the run game has as a whole. But yeah, look, you're not necessarily going to nitpick things, just get the job done.
3 wide receivers set here for the Desperados. Douglas Brown on his left. Q. Short drop, looking for the out route, finds that out route. That's going to be a few yard gain, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Good catch there by DJ Hume.
That was a high effort play by DJ Hume, not only to get to that spot, but also to reel it in. He almost broke free, but great open field tackle.
This is a big 3rd down here for Jacksonville's defense. 2:57 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Q. Short drop. They get to him in the backfield. That's going to be a sack. Joey Schwint with his 2nd on the night.
Yeah, well, he's been terrific, Joey Schwint. In fact, it should be his 3rd if only he had one wiped out due to a penalty, but he's been a real force in the middle of that line, and it's another play. Jacksonville gets another shot at it.
And that was a big sack there for Joey Schwint. That short drop is always troublesome. Q only taking maybe half a step back, and he paid for it by getting that sack. And this is going to be almost blocked away there by the Kings, as they're going to receive that at about the 25 and take it maybe a couple yards. That's probably a generous give of 2 yards. And that's going to bring out the Kings offense once again. O.J. Bruin's got to lead them here on a scoring drive, I think, Jacob, in order for them to have a shot here going into the 4th quarter.
Well, that would have been something if he had have got that block in. But you move on.
They've already got 1 field goal block tonight. They could have had a block punt as well. There's a fake handoff to Sanders. Pump fake. Bruin looking to the outside, finds his target. And that's a good throw there over the shoulder. Christopher Ochoa with the 1st down.
Yeah, well, he's going to be crucial if they're a chance in this game, because he's the #1 player on this offense by volume tonight, and he can't let up. That's a great play by Bruin, though, surveying the defense.
That was his 8th catch of the night for 167 yards. And 1st and 10 from the 47. Bunch set up at the top. That's a handoff to Sean Sanders. The spin move, but he's met right there at the line of scrimmage. That is Philadelphia Collins with the tackle. And once again, Philadelphia Collins making a big play there in the backfield.
He's going to have a hard time. Well, he has had a hard time trying to run up the middle without a lead blocker. He's had more success trying to bounce to the outside where the open field blocking is, as we saw with that touchdown run.
Bruin looking to the outside, finds his target in Sean Sanders, and that is going to be a decent play considering what was going on there in the pocket as it collapsed there, Jacob.
Yeah, it's an athletic play by Bruin. It looked like he was well onto his back foot and spun it out. But again, you see how Sean Sanders is going to have more success on the outside than trying to punch him straight up the middle.
Hunter Norwood in the chat is asking Jacob, what time is it over there for you right now?
I honestly haven't checked.
And look at this. Marco Swift with his 4th interception. He may be taking it to the house. That's at the 20, the 10-5. Touchdown, Tulsa Desperados.
Well, it might be taken away because of Douglas Brown, but he should be your player of the game because he has been phenomenal for Tulsa, and that's put a hallmark on it. 4 picks, now 1 touchdown. Ideally, he should have had 1 tipped that should have been picked off, but he's been outstanding tonight, and that's pretty much going to put Jacksonville to bed.
And what a play there. Marco Swift just watching the quarterback's eyes the entire time, Jacob, and just jumped that route perfectly. They were trying to hit that out route to Joel Harleman. Ends up Marco Swift making him pay. 4th interception on the night for Marco Swift, and it's a big one as it turns into a pick 6. With pending the extra point, it's up in his good 47 to 24. Tulsa breaking this game wide open here at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, and it's basically been him and Brown tonight. That's the story. The defense has sort of been led forward by him. He's a member of their team leadership, so it's not a surprise that he has been a key focal point of this game.
And there's going to be the kickoff to Jacksonville. They're going to take that deep from their own end zone. They're going to take it out, and it's not even going to get to the 20. That's going to get just to the 19. And I think they probably just down that, but a lot easier.
Worth noting, this is the highest offensive score that Tulsa have had all season by well away, and huge for their division as well, provided they hang on.
First and 10 here from the 19. And that is going to be caught up the middle. Christopher Ochoa getting up to the 40. And that's going to be first and 10.
Well, that's much better. Yeah, look, they've had a little success throwing it across the middle today, but that's a better read by Bruin. I'll tell you what, anyone who bought Christopher Ochoa in the Jack State of Fantasy is going to be cashing in.
Yeah, maybe if you also pick Tulsa's defense. I think you picked. Do you pick defenses in that? You know what? I don't play it. I probably should.
Yes.
There we go. All right, so that's going to be the outside to Sean Sanders. That's a good screen there. That's going to be a gain of 6. And that is going to wrap up the third quarter here down in Jacksonville. Tulsa making a statement here on the road tonight as they are in the lead 47 to 24. Put your 4s, 12s, 86s, and 68s in the chat. We'll be right back here in Jacksonville, Florida on SFL on YouTube.
Of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
And we are back here in Jacksonville, Florida. Chad Rowland and Jacob Clear in the booth tonight. Ron Haynes and Ricky Robinson down in the stats truck for us. Once again, thank you very much, gentlemen. And Cameron Irvine producing the game tonight as usual. Sean Sanders up the middle, just getting past midfield, and that's going to be first down for the Kings.
Yeah, he's been good tonight, Sean Sanders. He's been overshadowed by the man on the other side of the ball, but for a rookie, he's impressed me given the fact that he's had little support in the run-blocking game. I'm looking forward to seeing how he develops in this Kings offense.
You have 16 carries for Sean Sanders and 121 yards. 82 of those was the lone touchdown he has. And Hunter Norwood, I'm sorry that I disappoint you. I usually do that all the time. And that's going to be a run outside to Sean Sanders. Look at the blocking here. He's got some daylight as he takes it down to the 29. And Jacksonville with another first down.
Well, the misdirection run has worked again for them. It's worked twice, and this time he got some good downfield blocking. A nice shoulder move by the massive offensive lineman. It just said no thank you, and Sanders is getting a little bit of momentum here.
Yeah, Sanders looking good so far tonight. There's a handoff to Sanders again. He's going to get up the middle, gets a little juke move, and gets up to about the 21, a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up second and short.
Another good run. He's picking up steam.
Looking really good so far. Like I said, he is close to 150 yards tonight. And as Douglas Brown actually has 142 yards. So right now, Sean Sanders has outrun Douglas Brown. There's a handoff to Sanders again. That's going to be a first down. Nice little spin move there. And he's going to get out to the 13. And all of a sudden, Jacob, this is the Sean Sanders show.
Yeah, he's taken over. He was a little bit patchy earlier on in the game, but now this is well and truly he's calling another good spin move. And just because he's a more mobile kind of player, he's obviously a shorter build. He's more likely to break those tackles on the linebackers because he can kind of bob and weave and put those moves on, but he's been really good.
1st and 10 here from the 13. There's an out route to Swayze that is caught, and that's going to be a gain of 6. It's going to take him out to the 7. So 8:54 to go here in the 4th quarter. Jacksonville looking to score. They are on the 7-yard line. And I think if you're the Kings, you desperately need a score right here to keep pace.
Well, you can put some pressure on if you get a score.
Bruin looking, finds his man in the middle. That is Joel Harleman. There it is. That's a touchdown for Jacksonville.
Right, well, it's only his 2nd catch of the afternoon because he hasn't really been on the field, Joel Harleman, but both catches he made have been really important. He had a 1st down grab earlier in the game. This time, he gets a touchdown for himself, and, you know, you keep Tulsa in check with themselves.
And that is going to bring out Jordan Bradshaw here for the extra point. And this will cut the lead to 16. If they can do that here. And there's the snap, good hold. The kick is up and good, so Jacksonville getting a little closer as the score is now 47-31.
It's worth noting, I think we've well and truly broken the over today. Not sure if that's too shocking a statement.
Yeah, I don't think it was, right? The over was the over under 54.5 tonight's game provided by Jack's Data. Thanks, guys, once again. Jacksonville was a 3.5-point favorite. So that part not looking too shabby for Jack's Data. But they are going to get to the outside, and that's going to take it down to the 20. And we are going to take it to the SFL studios where Cameron Irvine's got a game break from that Baltimore-Fort Worth game. Cam, take it away.
Thanks, Chad. After a failed Baltimore 2-point conversion and a 51-yard Amelia Rose field goal, Jack Wigmore's pass late is intercepted by Ben Stone, and Fort Worth on the road takes down Baltimore 23-18.
And wow, and there's a good play there, and that was broken up by Young Vaught. But Jacob, we got to talk about this. Baltimore going down in Baltimore. That's kind of a rare feat. Congratulations to the Toros on a big victory.
And you wouldn't have picked that either, that it would be Fort Worth's defense that would give them a win, holding Baltimore to 18 points. Yeah, you would think that if Baltimore were to beat them, it would be Fort Worth were to beat them, it would have been just through Fort Worth's air attack, but they held it down. Congratulations to Fort Worth.
4 wide receiver set. Q drops back, looking to the outside, finds Gabe Manning. That's going to be a gain of about 9. And I just want it to be known out there in SFL land for selfish reasons that on the Streets Are Talking, I did say that Fort Worth had a really good shot. So I didn't say they win, but I said they had a really good shot.
Yeah. Well, you know, you always, every week you walk in and you wonder how possible is it that this team could beat Baltimore, and Fort Worth have looked good throughout the course of this season so far, and it's a huge result. Meanwhile, Tulsa need this 3rd down to keep the pressure on.
And there's a handle for Douglas Brown. They indeed get the 1st down and a little bit more. They're going to take that out to the 37. And just so you know, I want to bring this little nugget up that was brought to us in my earpiece. That 48 points is Tulsa's franchise record for points in a game. So right now, if they score again, they're on the verge of breaking their all-time scoring.
Well, I'm unsure if they're aware of that, but it might play into it as we see them march down the field. And
with how this offense is, that's it, 48 points. I'm shocked that that's the number. And look at this, and that's going to be taken down. Joey Schwint getting another sack on JQ.
Well, he's been key. He's been really crucial to a lot of the stops that they've had. He's been a real menace on the inside of that line.
And that is Joey Schwint's third sack of the night. JQ drops back here on 2nd and 15. He finds Douglas Brown, does a little juke move, but TJ Harper's not going to let him get past. And that's going to be just a gain of a couple. And he's going to set up 3rd and long here on the 34.
Harper did well. There was only one blocker on that side of the field, but pushed over, and Harper did well to evade that. And Jacksonville have got a chance here. Get a stop, and you can put the pressure on.
3rd and 13 here from the 34. Gun straight formation here for the Desperados. Looking to the outside, finds his target. That is Corey Jones. And I don't think they're going to give him first down, Jacob. They are not. And that's going to bring up 4th and inches.
Yeah, a little bit of panic there by the Jacksonville defense, but the corner pushes him out. It's a good play by Knir. Or Near, rather, I think we're pronouncing it as. And, you know, they get the job done. It was very close. It was by the field markings there, but it's not about how you do it. It's about the fact that they did do it.
And Jacksonville with a big stop, and that is going to bring out the punt team as they're going to field it, and that is going to be just to the outside. They're not going to get any yardage at all. And APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection. State-from-the-art technology and world-class customer service, APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. And that is going to bring out a single right bunch right here on 1st and 10 from the 21. These bunch sets have been there all night, Jacob. And that's going to find a simple little out route. That's going to be a catch, and that's going to be some good yardage there. First down and more. And Kingston Ellington there with the reception.
I think Frank has called from like 5 formations this evening. It's two offset single back bunch, a 2 single back bunch, and then that trips tight formation that is the only formation we've seen Joel Harleman in, and we see again here.
Yep, they've been in these all night. There has been some guns in there every once in a while, and there's a catch there once again by Ellington, and just getting past midfield, but that's more importantly, that's a first down.
Well, it's for progress, and the previous play was very impressive effort by the receiver, and this time Ellington gets the job done. The coverage broke down there, and it's an easy pass and catch for AJ Bruin.
Marco Swift being shown there, 4 picks on the night, looking for his 5th. Bunch formation here again for the Kings. Bruin changing the play. Look for the out route up top. And that's going to be over the middle. That's going to be caught. And that was number 17 there, Goldie Morrison, the 35th pick in the 2nd round with the catch.
Yeah, I think that's his 6th catch on the season. He's been rarely featured, obviously being the 5th guy on the depth chart. You're going to have limited opportunities, but he's done well with set opportunities.
And that bunch set again, firing over the middle, and that is tipped away. Oh, I thought that was picked off again. Ochoa had him beat, but it looked like it just either was underthrown or Miles Gibson just made that big of a play.
Yeah, it's a good deflection. The defender was just a bit off balance there to make that play, but a little bit of a scare there for Jacksonville.
4:51 left here in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 4 from the 43. Jacksonville coming out in an empty bunch set. But this time it's empty, and look at this. He gets to the quarterback. He almost got the sack there. But that was Jaden Swift coming in with the pressure. As soon as he snapped the ball, he was right there.
Yeah, and Tulsa gets the job done. It's the first time we've seen that formation today. And in fact, this is a brand new formation as well.
Yep, single back set here, 4th and 4. They got to go for it. Bruin drops back, and Jaden Swift is there again, and that's going to be a turnover on downs, and Tulsa's going to take over at midfield.
Yeah, well, it only took one player to finish it off. Again, just Blew straight past the lineman. Everyone's got no hope. He didn't even have much time to survey the play. He was just under duress straight away. And Tulsa's defensive line gets the job done.
The Swift and Swift brothers, the Swift and Swift combo there sounds like some sort of law firm down there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And there's going to be a free play, and Douglas Brown's going to take that up the middle, and they might actually decline that and may have gotten more than 5 yards on that run.
Neutral zone infraction, number 91.
And that's going to be an offside call, and that is going to be on Taquan Hale. These defensive ends have accounted for 4 offside calls tonight.
Yeah, and he's one of your veterans as well. You don't really want him doing that. You would expect him to kind of know better. But, alas.
3-time All-Star there for Taquan Hale, 11-year veteran. I think that's his second, maybe third time he's jumped off sides tonight. High formation here for the Desperados. It's a handoff to Douglas Brown, and that is going to be Forrest Dalton there on the stop, and that's going to be 2nd and 3.
They have done a good job to stop the run in parts, but it's just sometimes when Douglas Brown bounces out to the outside, it's been really hard to defend, but they've covered the middle quite well, Jacksonville.
And we're going to go I formation once again. They're just going to try to run this clock out, 2nd and 3 from the 43. Taking it down. Probably about 2 seconds left. Nope, it's going to be 5 seconds left. That's a handoff to Brown. He gets a first down, and he's going to get out to the 38. And I would like to see them get in field goal range because they would break their franchise record for most points in a game.
Yeah, it'd be a moment, and also off the back of the fact that their running back broke 3,000 rushing yards. He smashed it, really.
Yeah, he definitely smashed that. He needed 30, got 160 so far in tonight's game. So smash was definitely the right word. And they jump off sides again. And they actually get a stop in the backfield, but Taquan Hale, the veteran, again jumping off sides.
Yeah, they're going to have to get a hold of him. This has been an uncharacteristic performance by him.
Yeah, the defensive ends here for the Kings are not disciplined at all. I mean, this has just been a very bad game for them. Joey Schwint has been the bright spot of this Jacksonville front four as he's had 3 sacks tonight. I think, Jacob, that they may have watched some tape from when I played defensive end and jumped off sides 3 times a game.
Oh, potentially.
1st and 5 here from the 33. That is going to be a handoff to Douglas Brown. He gets hit in the backfield. And that's a good play there by Stan Diamond, the rookie.
Yeah, these linebackers have been really good for Jacksonville. Anchored in the middle by John Martin, and then the 2 rookies on either side. It's been a nice performance by them. They've kind of been the highlight of the defense outside of Schwint.
Yeah, I mean, Stan Diamond, 4 tackles, 3 tackles for loss tonight. TJ Harper, 3 tackles tonight, 1 tackle for loss. So they've been playing pretty good. There's Douglas Brown again on the run. He's going to get the first down a little bit more. He's got to take it out to the 26. More importantly, it's a first down, and the clock still continues to run.
Yeah, this is it's hard to watch for the home stands. He's just gotten the job done when he's needed to, and that's all you can really ask for a quality tailback of him.
Hey, don't leave the stream without joining our Discord server. There's so much more to do in the SFL than just being a player. Join to check out content for teams about the league created by the community. Participate in Pregame games, play SFL fantasy football, and test your skills in the survivor pool. To join our server, visit simulationfl.net and click on the Discord icon in the menu. The SFL community, 2,000 strong. We will see you there as one of those members, Douglas Brown, with a gain of a yard, and another member, Jorge Torres, with the tackle. And that's going to take us here to the 2-minute warning. Tulsa putting this game away. The score is 47-31. We'll be back here on SFL on YouTube. And we are back here in Jacksonville, Florida. Chad Rowland, Jacob Clear in the booth tonight. Ricky Robinson and Ron Haynes in the stats truck, and Cameron Irvine producing the game for us. Thank you, Cam, once again, as it looks like the backups are now in for Tulsa as Jacksonville uses their first timeout.
Well, you'll hope that this record is going to be broken by the leg of Brooke Beisel, and Jacksonville will get another shot at them, but it's a hard task from here.
DeShera Hawkins is the QB that is in. 3rd and 9 here from the 24. That is going to be a handoff to Washington, and that's going to be a first down and more, getting out to the 10. Jacksonville's going to have to burn a timeout. King Jack Washington there on the run.
Well, just when we thought that we were going to see the field goal unit after that play, he looks like he's been running all game. He showed a great deal of speed off the mark.
Yep, just coming in there, and that just shows you how good the blocking has been here for the Tulsa run game all night, as you still got Lars Bazaar there as the fullback. 1st and goal here from the 10. Hand off to King Jack Washington as Joey Schwint's going to be there to make the stop, and Jacksonville's going to burn their final timeout.
Yeah, I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point, but Bazaar has been really good as the lead blocker for this running attack.
Yeah, Lars Bazaar has been a really big unsung hero in this tonight, as well as the tackle and the guard, Will Stevens and Phoebe Collins. Both of them all-stars last season, and there is going to be a kneel down as the clock will continue to run. So Tulsa is going to advance to 4-2 in this tight Central Division, as Jacksonville will fall to 2-4 there in the East. Jacob, we talked about how tight that Central Division is, and it's a good one.
It is a good one, and this is a really important win for Tulsa, for division's sake, but also the fact that they've not beaten Jacksonville before and have finally gotten that done. They're 1-4 across the all-time tie.
And that is going to be the kneel down, and they are going to have to make one more play. And let's see if they actually go and break their record, as it is going to be 4th and goal here. They're going to probably have to snap the ball with about 28 seconds left. And it is going to bring out Brooke Beisel, as this is well within her range. Tulsa, highest point total in franchise history is 48. Looking to break that record right now, as it's a good hold, and the kick is up, and it is good. So congratulations to Tulsa. Not only you get the victory, but you also set a new record for the most points in a single game in Desperado history at 50.
Yeah, like you said, quite hard to believe that it was that low, but it's a nice number as well, sitting perfect at 50.
Yeah, just kind of surprising, right? With how high-powered offense this Tulsa Desperado team can be. I'm shocked that it was at 48. Like, that's just blowing my mind right now. And they are going to kick it off here to the Kings. They got 27 seconds left. And that's going to take them out to about the 28-yard line. And we got to bring it up. I mean, O.J. Bruin, final stat line, I imagine he'll probably add some more to this, but 22 of 34, 320 yards, 3 TDs, 5 interceptions, 4 of them was to Marco Swift. So I'm sure that O.J. Bruin's going to be trying to stay away from Marco Swift and his dreams as much as possible. First and 10 here from the 28. 4 wide receiver set here. Bruin drops back, pocket collapsing, and that is going to be hit as he was trying to make the catch. That was Dill Swayze, but a big hit there by the Desperado defender, J-Rock.
Yeah, good play. by the defense to force that one free. Worth noting, it's obviously been soured by the result today, but OJ Bruin currently sitting on 1,000 career completions, so an impressive achievement by him across his 4 seasons. Just hasn't been his day today.
320 yards passing tonight, 157 yards rushing. I mean, Jacksonville had a good day of offense, but 6 turnovers will just kill you. Bruin, short drop looking. He finds his man. That is going to be Goldie Morrison with the catch. Had some room to run, and that's a first down. And Jacksonville's going to go no huddle. 6 seconds left to go, and that's going to be a spike. And that's going to bring up 6 seconds and second down. So, obviously, Jacksonville with 6 turnovers in this game. And Tulsa with none. So that's the story right there.
Yeah, it hurts. And the fact that Tulsa have just been better at executing their offensive plays.
And there's a good throw and catch there. And that's going to do it here in Jacksonville. The Desperados come on the road and take a victory 50-31. And let's break down these stats here, right? I mean, when you're looking at the Tulsa Desperados, I mean, Douglas Brown, 28 attempts, 168 yards, 4 touchdowns tonight. But as we talked about, Jacob, the 6 turnovers is what's going to kill this team right here.
Well, execution is key, and even though Tulsa were out-yarded by Jacksonville, they were more decisive, and they made the right plays, and their defense really played a big part in that. Obviously the offense is probably what's going to get most of the credit due to the scoreline, but when you're able to generate turnovers like that, you're giving your offense every chance of putting points on the board, and they did that today, and it was a pretty flawless performance by Tulsa.
Yeah, Tulsa coming in here on the road. It's not an easy place to win in the King's Lair, but they did a good job of that. There's a good look there at Sean Sanders, who had a big game today, the rookie. The 53rd overall selection, 19 carries, 157 yards in this ballgame, including that 82-yard touchdown you see there. And I got to tell you, I was impressed with how Sean Sanders ran the ball today.
Yeah, he can hang his head high. He didn't have the best opportunities, again, just due to the fact when you're looking in contrast to how good Douglas Brown's lead blocking was. But he did a really good job. As you see that run play there, one of those misdirection runs that he was able to break free on. He did a really good job, and we're starting to see some good early signs from him in his first season.
Yep, and we talked about before the game that O.J. Bruin was going to have to shake off what happened last week. I mean, he did throw 3 touchdowns in this game today, but he still threw 5 interceptions. So, not sure exactly. Do you call that shaking off what happened last week, or was this just simply a big game here by Marco Swift in this secondary?
Well, I think it's telling that he's had 13 turnovers in 2 weeks. Something clearly needs to change out of this team. They've still got 2 wins on the season, but it's just been a really rough stretch for their passing offense.
Let's see who the player of the game is. It is indeed Douglas Brown. I was wondering if maybe they went Marco Swift, but Douglas Brown is your player of the game. 128 attempts, 168 yards, 4 TDs, 6 catches for 32 yards tonight as well. So for Ron Haynes and Ricky Robinson and Jacob Clear, I am Chad Rowland. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we will see you next time on SFL on YouTube.